Hey boys and girls, are you ready? We are going to make some textures on our pumpkin. You're going to need your white pumpkin that was a practice last week and your box of crayons. And what I'd like you to do is go on a hunt for textures around your house. Now textures are something that you can feel with your fingers, and if you make a rubbing with a crayon on paper, you're going to see a really neat pattern. Let's look around and see what we can find. I'm going to look around Ravinia School. Here we go. So look at this. It's a texture on the stairs of Ravinia School. And I have here my pumpkin drawing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay my pumpkin down over that texture, and I can feel the texture come through in one of the sections of my pumpkin. I'm going to use a crayon and hold my crayon close to the tip, because if I hold it in the middle, I might snap it and break it. So I hold it close to the tip, and holding my picture really still, I'm just going to do one little section at a time in my pumpkin so that I can pick up the different pattern and texture that I see under what I am doing. Can you see the texture starting to come through in the pattern right here? It is definitely starting to show up. You can see it. Do you see those polka dots? It's pretty cool, right? So you can see that I'm also just staying right within one texture area for my pumpkin because I only want this design to be in one part of my pumpkin. Let's go find another texture. Hey boys and girls, look at this. This is the passageway from the stairs in Ravinia School into the hallway right by the kindergarten room. And it's got this really cool diamond pattern on there. Can you see that? So what I'm gonna do is lay my pumpkin down on top of this textured pattern, hold it really still, and I found another color that I think is gonna look really good next to my original blue color right here. So let's see how this turns out. See if we can see those diamond shapes come through. Are you seeing them? I see them a little bit. Sometimes you have to do the whole area in order to get the entire shape or design to show up. All right, remember I'm holding the crayon real close to the tip so that it does not snap in my hand, because that's annoying, isn't it? We don't want our crayons to snap. Now I will tell you something, even though I'm the art teacher, sometimes things do not work out the way even I plan them, and my designs don't always come through. So I want you to know that if for some reason you make a texture and it doesn't work, there's two things. Number one, maybe just press harder. Try that. Sometimes that works for me. See, I'm pressing harder and getting these diamonds to show up. Number two, some textures just don't work. They look like they're gonna work, they don't. So don't be disappointed if something looks like it's gonna work and doesn't. And there we go. I feel like I can see the texture and I can see the design, maybe not as well as my first one, but that's okay. It's time to go hunt for another texture. So check this out, I found another texture. This is the heater in the hallway outside of the kindergarten classrooms. It's got these great lines, patterns, and repetition, and I can feel it. And with my fingers, I can tell this is gonna provide some really good texture. So I'm going to take my pumpkin and take a look at this. This section is longer than this is. So at some point I'm gonna have to move my pumpkin and adjust it to make sure it works. So I'm lining up the bottom of my pumpkin with the bottom of the patterns right here. I can still feel it underneath, so I know it will work. All right, I'm ready to go. So since these lines on the heater go acrossways, I'm gonna go up and down with my crayon so that I know it will really fill them in. Now right here, I wanted to make sure I didn't go crazy outside my lines or other sections. Okay, let's continue. I'm making sure to do one little area at a time, go all the way across with my crayon, fill in the whole section. And I'm not gonna continue until I get a section filled in. All right, now I'm looking and I think, oh, I can feel it. The pattern ends right here. So if I wanna fill in the rest of the top of my pumpkin, I have to pick it up and move it down and adjust it so that I know it is sitting on the pattern some more. And then I am going to continue to fill it in all the way until I get to the top. Remember, you want to go up and down if your pattern goes across. Then your lines and patterns will show up a lot better. And there we go. We got another section in there. If you're wondering about this one and how come this one looks just like this one, it's because I just made a video to show you this. And then when I made it, I realized I had it right here and you couldn't even see the video. So even teachers make mistakes, and that's okay. The way I differentiated these to make them different from each other was I just used a different color crayon and I had some fun. And you know what? Sometimes in art, you just gotta roll with it. Things happen you don't predict. Have fun making your textures, everybody. And when we get together in class, we will do the same thing, but with our orange pumpkin together, okay? Today, you gotta hunt out textures, and then next time, we'll use our orange together in class to go hunt for those textures again. I'll see you then.